GTM podcast on Buddha stories, the mini-series, the collection of the story of the Buddha's past lives, where you can enjoy and learn the Buddhist wisdom along with it. So let us continue on our story of Porisat the Cannibal. From the last episode, after Prince Sutasoma was accepted to school, he proved to be the eldest and the brightest of all the students. He also completed his studies before other students in his class. The master asked that he stay behind and help teaching other students so that everyone could finish at the same time. As time goes by, after everyone complete their studies, they bid farewell to each other. They bid farewell to their master and return to each of their kingdoms. Before they separate, Prince Sutasoma requested everyone to keep their oaths. May all of us observe the 8 precepts every mid-month. Don't ever harm other people and bring as much benefit as possible to those who are under our guidance. Since then, many years passed, and many of these men had crowned as kings in their kingdoms. Some became governors of their towns. Even Prince Sutasoma and Prince Brahmadatta were crowned the throne in their kingdoms. After King Brahmadatta became king, he observed the 8 precepts every day as given oath, but he addicted on eating meat. He can't skip a day without one, until one day. It was the observant day, or the day where the whole kingdom observed 8 precepts. There was a dog in the royal palace, stoned the prepared meat. Knowing this, the chef quickly went to buy a meat in the market, but unable to find any since it is observant day. The whole kingdom doesn't sell meat. So the chef sat in despair alone under a tree, tried to find his way out. Then a flash of terrible thought came to him. No matter what, he must take the risk to save his own neck. So he began his plan quickly by desperately went to the cemetery outside of town. It just happened that there were people just finished burying a new corpse. Then, when the relatives left, the chef quickly dug up the corpse. Luckily, the body was still young and fresh. He quickly sliced a flesh from the lower leg and pushed the corpse back into the grave and covered it again. Then he quickly returned to the kitchen and prepared the meal like usual and act as nothing had happened. After he finished cooking, he brought it to serve in the royal palace just right on time to serve his meal to the king. The food was warm and smelled so good. King Brahmadatta came out and had lunch as he usually did. When the slice of meat touched his tongue, the taste made a pleasant sensation spread throughout his body. He paused and felt goosebumps all over his body. It felt so satisfying like he never experienced before. He never thought that there would be such a meat as delicate and delicious as this. He had never tried it before. This happened was because King Brahmadatta, in his past life, he had been born as an ogre who ate human flesh every single day. He was so used to it, it made him satisfied and pleased with the flavor of human flesh. Even though he was satisfied, he wanted to know the truth from the chef. So he pretended to be upset and spat the food on the floor. Then he ordered all the ladies of the court to leave the room. Only the chef was to be alone with him to answer his question. In his fear, the chef said in shaken tone, "The meat is not poisoned, my lord." The king replied, "I know that this meat was not poisoned. It is very delicious. I enjoy it very much. So tell me the truth, chef. Where did you get this meat from? What kind of animal is it?" In shaken tone, but nervously sweating, the chef replied, "It was the same meat that you ate every single day, my lord. But today's meat tastes much better than the others, and it was not because you seasoned it well, It was probably because you used a special meat. You should tell me now, what kind of meat did you use? Said the king. The chef could not hide the truth any longer, so he revealed everything of what had happened and asked the king for his forgiveness for his actions. Instead of getting upset from being tricked into eating human flesh, the king ordered, I forbid you to tell anyone about this matter. From now on, you will bring this meat to cook and serve me as usual. Yes, my lord. But what you ordered, it was so difficult. How can I find human flesh every day? Asked the chef. The king then said, Do not worry. There are many prisoners in the prison waiting to be executed. When they are executed, you will bury their corpse. I will order them to give you the prisoner body. When you receive it, you should already know what to do. From that day forward, one prisoner was executed every day. When all the prisoners were executed, prisoners from the countryside were brought in. But soon, all the prisoners from the countryside were executed as well. Then, the king ordered the chef to bribe his close friend, who was a soldier, to take a bag of loyals' money and leave it along the road and hide in the bush near the trees. When someone grabbed the bag, they would be captured and executed with the reason that they stole the king's money. Not long after that, they kept doing this trick. People were afraid to grab the bags of coin or anything else that was on the road, even in public place, because they were afraid of being punished. This caused the chef to inform the king of this matter again. Thus the king told him another trick. You must ring the warning bell to alert the people throughout the kingdom. Everyone will be in chaos and run amok everywhere. Then he added, There, you should hide in one place. When a person runs nearby, you will stab him and bring the body to cook for the meal. The chef quickly followed the king's order until confusion arose in the whole kingdom. Corpses with meat cut from their body were left in various places. Every day, there were news that they found a new body here and there. This incident had brought chaos to the people of Benares. Adding to the taste can bring much harm to one's life, isn't it? What will happen to the people in this city? What would the chef do? What would be the king's next scheme to get the meat for his meal? Let's find that out in the next podcast.